Hello. I'm coming to find you. It's late Eastern time. We'll find out who my late peeps are. Hi, hi, hi. I'm just gonna share this really quick and then we'll jump in. Sharing. I'm sharing to my page. The biggest reason, and it's so not going to be what you think. Hi guys, say hello in the comments so I can see who's here. I'm just going to share this video real quick. The biggest reason you aren't, this is huge. The biggest reason you aren't making sales is not what you think it is. And I've watched it with thousands of coaches at this point, and I'm going to share what it is right now. You aren't making sales. Okay, it's shared. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Tara. Nerida. Oh, what a beautiful name. Hey, Nerida. Hi, Taylor. Hey, guys. Okay. Hi. Send the hearts, send the love, say hello to me. If you're new, let me know that you're new and it's your first time so I can come say hi to you and get to know you. If you're on the replay, just let me know you're on the replay with #replay. Okay, here's the deal. This is gonna be short and quick because I actually have another training after this. Oh, I just get done with the most amazing kinesiology session. It's like you don't realize. You don't realize how much you need. It's like when you get massages, right? You don't realize how much you need a massage until you're laying there getting the massage and you're like, why don't I do this every damn day of my life? I was gonna say it with something else. There's another thing in life when you don't do it for a while and then you do it, you're like, why do I not do this all the time? We won't get onto that because we're not in my private group, we're in public now. So we'll keep the shenanigans to a minimum. Hi, I love you guys. How was your Sunday night? I see some of my happy and wealthy people in here. I'm excited to dig back in tomorrow. I gave them the day off. You got one day off. Hi, Paul. Hi, Jamie. Okay, say hi to me. Okay, here's the deal. The biggest reason you aren't making sales. I really would love to hear your guesses. What is your guess? Put it in the comments below. I'm going to wait to hear your guesses. What is your guess as to, I think I know what you guys are going to guess because it's the same thing that, thank you for the hearts. It's the same thing that most people think is the reason that they aren't making sales. It's the reason they give me or they tell me like, I'm not making money. I'm doing all these things. I'm trying all of this stuff and I'm not making money. I'm just not making sales. People aren't purchasing the group. People aren't purchasing my one-on-one. People aren't purchasing my product. It's like she knows when I'm on a live now. I think she actually knows when she hears me talking and I'm talking energetically and I think she gets freaked out because she's always up my butt when she comes here. Hi, Isabella. Okay, don't believe in ourselves. That's a really good guess. What else? What are the other guesses? Why do you think is the reason that people aren't making sales? Why people tell themselves they aren't making sales? They don't believe in themselves. Another really big one that I hear a lot is because they are afraid people are going to judge them. I'm worried people are going to judge me. Like if I try this, if I show up, if I do this, etc., then I'm afraid people are going to judge me. But that's not the reason either. Another person, another thing I hear a lot from people is like, I just don't know how, right? Like I don't know the words to say. I don't know, I don't know what to say. I get on, like I'm not seasoned at doing this, et cetera, et cetera. You don't have to be seasoned. My first year ever hopping in and doing this, I did everything that I teach my high-end clients now and everything that I'm going to teach in the group coming up, the Powerful Sales with Heart group. It's everything I'm teaching. You don't have to be seasoned. You don't. It's not the reason either. It's not because you have a small audience. That's not the reason. It's not because you don't understand every single individual platform. That's not the reason. These are all the things I hear from people, right? About why they think that they aren't making sales, but that's not it. Do you want to know the biggest reason why you're not making sales? That's what my cat looks like, the mischief naughty one. There she is. Now you know. Not connecting on an emotional level with our client's story. That would be, I need to know how to particularly say something to resonate with them in a particular kind of way, which probably feels stressful. Like, how do I do that? It's a great skill to have. All of these things are great skills to have, right? I teach all of these in my program. I'm not bashing any of these things, right? Like, they're all amazing skills to have, but they're not the reason you're not making sales. There's only one reason why you're not making sales. I'm going to say it in a convoluted kind of way, and then I'm going to tell you it directly, okay? In a convoluted way, the reason why you are not making sales is because you do not believe in the product that you're selling. For a lot of people, it's not being ourselves is another huge key piece, right? You don't believe in yourself, your product, your company, etc., right? This is a piece of it. But the biggest part of it is actually that there's a part of you that feels like you're not safe if you do it. Now, remember, if you guys were on the Facebook Live yesterday, if you didn't see the Facebook Live yesterday, make sure I can actually drop it in the link for you guys when I'm done this. Make sure you go watch the live yesterday, okay? I taught some really valuable shit in the live yesterday. The reason you are not making sales is because a part of you feels like something bad is going to happen. Some kind of pain is going to happen. Something bad is going to happen. So people will have access to you. Your schedule will be too full. People are going to like suck the life out of you. They're going to consume you. You're going to have not enough time for the things that you want to do. You're going to have to be responsible for the results of your clients. What if they don't like the product? What if they complain about it? Then I'm going to have to deal with people being upset. What if I can't get them the results and I got to shut my door because she's being so naughty. Right. So, what if they, what if they come back and complain, and so here's the deal. The truth is, the only reason you're not making sales is because there's something you believe. Well, if I actually sat my ass down and I did the work to have a program that I believe in, I do believe in myself, because I wouldn't have even began this entrepreneurial journey if I didn't believe in myself. Nobody does that. You don't believe that you're not good enough for something, believe that you're going to fail at something and launch yourself into something. Nobody does that, right? So of course you believe that you're worthy. Of course you believe that you can do this. Of course you believe in yourself and in your product, if you are the product or your actual product. And of course you believe in your company or your foundational beliefs and your value systems and who you are as a human being. You do believe in that, right? It's not that. And it's not that you're afraid people are going to judge you. Do you really actually care if people judge you? I mean, like, really? So when you're 95 looking back at your life, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I really cared that those people thought that I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing. You don't give a shit. Nobody cares. You don't care if people are going to judge you. You don't. You're a powerful, epic, incredible human being, and you don't actually care if people are going to judge you. That's not it. And it's not because you don't know the exact structure and the exact words and your copy's not perfect. Energy was a really close one. That's the closest one I heard on here. Hey, Janet. Say hi in the comments if you're here so I can see who's here. I see the number bubble going up, but then I don't see people commenting to tell me who they are. And then I'm like, who's there? And then I get distracted. So say hi to me. If you're new, let me know that you're new so I can come and say hi back to you. Hi, Aaliyah. Oh, another beautiful name. So this is what I'm saying to you guys. It is actually the fact, and so doing the work to get clear, like, hey, what am I afraid is going to happen? Am I afraid that my schedule is going to get consumed? Hi, Jeanette. Yay. Thank you for the hearts, Isabella. Am I afraid that my schedule is going to be all booked out and then I'm not going to have time for me? I'm not going to have time for my kids. Look, if you're a mom and you think that when I make a bunch of sales, I'm going to be too busy for my kids, do you actually think you're going to make the sales? No. And do you think that most people are, oh, there's a whole bunch of hearts. Yay, thank you. Do you think that, and what is your fear? If you have any inkling on what your fear is, put it in the comments. Like, start facing it. I said to one of my girls today, and she took a snap picture of it and she used it as her background on the phone, which I was laughing because I had all, you guys, anyone who in my audience who knows me, I just blah, 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 and I don't pay attention to spelling errors. I ignore spelling errors. Like my time cannot be consumed by correcting spelling errors on an iPhone. Sorry, my time is more valuable than that. So I don't. So, hey. So I don't do that. So she screenshotted it and kept it as her screensaver. And in it, I said, like, come on, like, bad ass savvy business owners, business women do not, like, we look stuff dead in the eye. We look it in the eye, right? So yes, I do ignore all my spelling errors. Somebody said, hi, Mandy Perry. Hi, Tony. How are you? Hi, Lisa. Yay. I love that you guys are starting to say hi more. I do get totally distracted when I see the number going up and I don't know who's here. I'm more afraid that I won't get booked up. But that's not, look, I'm going to call bullshit on that. I know that's what everybody thinks, right? And I'm going to get full into this, into the sales program that I'm launching right now, right? That's mandyperry.com/ actually, let me put it in the comments so you guys have it. I don't forget later. mandyperry.com/heart. That's how long it takes when I correct my spelling. I'm going to pin it to the top for you guys. And let me break this down for you, okay? That begins April 1st. The early bird special for the program ends tonight at 11:59 Eastern. People always sign up after the early bird special. You're going to hear me talking about so many more things and breaking it down. So if you feel like sales is something that you really want to learn truly deeply, and you understand the foundation of your entire business, then go join the program before the early bird special runs out. It's a huge savings, the early bird special for this program. Okay, so let me get back to this. What did she say? Let me double check. I'm afraid I won't get booked up. Now, that's not real. Okay, it's a perfect example. It's the exact same thing I told myself when I first started, right? But it's not real. Like, it's like saying, I'm afraid that my child won't make it to the bus, so I'm gonna stay home and hope my child makes it to the bus. Nobody would ever do that. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, somehow we let it make sense when we're in business because we get bombarded by a lot of things, right? Like, that's not real. It's not real. I would never sit here and hope my child, and like, I'm worried. My biggest fear is that my child won't make it to the bus safely, but I'm going to sit here and worry that she won't get to the bus. That's not real. It's not a fucking real thing. We would get our ass up and we would walk her to the bus. If we were really, if what the fear was that she wouldn't make it to the bus, I would get my ass up and walk her to the bus, right? That's what I would do. I drive her to school, but that's the thing. Hey, Dave, old friend from high school. Oh, fun. There's been more local people popping on here. Thanks for saying hi. Okay, so now let's take that and apply it to this. I'm more afraid that I won't book people. If that was true, if your real fear, if the thing that you were really afraid of was that I won't book people, the same thing with I'm afraid people will judge me, then you would do whatever it took to make sure that you booked it, just like I'll do whatever it takes to make sure my daughter gets to the bus safely. Right? Like, there's an easy way to fix that. We take massive action, whatever, like, this is what I think I would need to do in order to book clients. I'm going to do 10 times that much. And then I'm going to be certain that I booked clients. Of course I booked clients, right? It's like saying when I get on the scale, if I'm doing a diet, and it's like, I get on the scale and I'm hoping that I lost weight. I'm hoping. And then I look down and I see if I did or didn't, because you know how you showed up was a little bit iffy. You know you didn't nail it. You know you didn't do what you needed to do, but you knew damn well what you did need to do, but you weren't really doing those things. So now you're hoping and you're worried that maybe you didn't lose weight. Right? Versus I knew exactly what I needed to do and I fucking nailed those things. Not only did I nail them, but I did an extra 20 minutes of my workout and I made sure that I actually weighed all my food and whatever other thing. And I got on the scale and I fucking know that I lost weight because I crushed it this week. I did all the things I knew to do. It's a very different energy and a very different feeling, right? So all that tells us, it's nothing to judge ourselves about. It's like, oh, track my behavior. My behavior will tell you everything. It's not, you don't have to guess. You don't have to guess what the fear is. It's great, like, you know, when you have a coach like me, you can hop on the phone and if you're doing one-on-ones with me and we can just like bang this shit, I can sniff this shit out really fast, right? So, but you know, right? So you can look at your behavior. Does your behavior back up that my greatest fear is that I won't book calls? I'm worried, not my greatest, doesn't have to be that dramatic, but like I'm most worried that I won't book calls. Does your behavior back that, or does your behavior back that you're actually worried about something else? So what I'm suggesting is like, kind of call bullshit on the first thing that comes up. Like whatever you think, like, oh, I'm not doing this because, like, let's just call bullshit on that for a second and be like, okay, what if that wasn't true? Because if you were thinking correctly, you would be getting the results you want to get. So if you're not getting the results, it means the thinking is off. You're not thinking the way a successful person who has the results you want to have is thinking about that thing. That's why we get so much transformation when we're in tribes and groups and we're around mentors who have the result, because we learn to think like them. It's why I am very particular about who I choose for my mentors or for the people I allow in my life, because they influence me. And so if something is influencing me a little bit too far, I will push that away. I will call in a counterbalance, right? And I make sure I have the energy around me that I want, because I will learn to think like the people ahead of me. Does this make sense? So if your behavior is consistently not changing and you want it to change, let's say around sales, you want to make sales, you want to actually crush it in sales, have people, booking calls, have people joining your programs, buying your one-on-ones. And the story you're telling yourself as to why that's not happening has consistently been the story you're telling yourself. It's time to go bullshit on that story. It's not time to judge yourself. It's not time to criticize yourself. It's not time to frantically go watch a bunch of fucking webinars and free trainings and follow 27 people and try to figure out which one I'm going to do, and I'm going to have some crazy funnel and all this other bullshit. Like, come on, just don't fucking do that to yourself. Just don't. Okay? You're just scaling the mayhem and the yuckiness. We're not doing that, okay? All we need to do is be like, maybe I'm going to call bullshit on the story I'm telling myself as to why this isn't happening, and I'm going to tune in for a second. I'm going to get a little bit more clear what's actually going on. Because there's some kind of pain that we're trying to avoid having. I'm afraid of this thing happening, and it's part of my value system. It's part of something that is the most important to me. If I think it'll take me away from my kids, not fucking doing it. If I think it'll hurt someone I love, not fucking doing it. If I think it'll consume all my time that is precious to me, my mental energy and resource, if I think it's just going to consume me and I'm going to be sick or I'm going to be unwell or I'm going to be stressed out, not fucking doing it, right? Like if I feel like it's going to take my focus off of the things that I feel like make me a good person, like these are my values, like what matters to me is showing up for my fucking family, making sure my mom and dad are going to be taken care of, leaving an impact in the world, helping other heart-centered people to break through the shit and get on the other side. And if I feel like it's going to take me away from that, like if I'm afraid I turn into like some superficial person who doesn't care about people, I'm not going to fucking do it. Right? I'm not going to scale my business to 100K months if I feel like when I become a millionaire, then I'm going to be some superficial, nasty person. Like, do you see what I'm saying? So we have these stories in ourselves about Murdoch, baby. That's so awesome to see Murdoch in my feed. I love it. If we are, sorry, that just distracted me. If we are consistently doing something, the story we're telling ourselves is the problem. It's not you. You're not undisciplined. You're not fucking broken, right? You are someone who shows up and you fucking persevere. You always have. You're always the person who gets back up and just keeps fucking going. You will try again. You will go again because you fucking love your people, because you love your kids, because you'll do anything for your fucking family, because you'll do anything for your tribe, because you'll move mountains, because you're not a person to be fucked with when it comes with taking care of the people you love, and you've always been that person. You're the get it done person. You're the person everybody can count on. Like, you know who the fuck you are. So does it really make sense to you that some piddly little thing like you are that human being, but I'm afraid that someone's not going to book an appointment is actually stopping me from living my purpose in the world? Does that even make any sense? It's not. It's complete bullshit. It's not real. It's so easy to believe those kind of things though, because it's like that surface layer thing that we hear and it makes sense and we just sort of leave it alone. We don't dig in any further. And if you don't have a tribe and a mentor around you that'll start poking holes in these things and start rubbing up against it and putting some friction on it, it's not going to get exposed. So that's it. My entire intention tonight is to put some friction on these bullshit stories that we got going on as to why we're not having the success that we want. If you have nothing in between, like, this is what I want, that is my goal, that is what I want $1 million company, that is what I'm going for, and there's no shitty beliefs stuck in between here and there, you're having it all day long. You are having $1 million business like this, end of story. The work is for us to realize and recognize the bullshit stories that we're telling ourselves and spinning, that we just keep spinning over and over and over and over. Like, start to recognize, like, oh, this is why. How do you beat yourself up? How do you judge yourself? How have you always kind of felt like people will take me down? People can't be trusted. What do you believe about the world and the people around you? Because those are the kind of things that are stopping you from having the result and the goal that you want. It is the way that you think. The way that you think that is causing the mischief and the mayhem. Does this make sense? Yes. Damn, Janet. Damn right, Janet. Absolutely makes sense, Aaliyah. So, I'm here to be your friction. I'm here to put a little fire under your ass. And that is all. It is not the time to judge yourself. Yes, bullshit on the old beliefs. Absolutely, Adana. This is what we're talking about. You're fucking incredible. Look at all the shit you've gone through and been through and how many times you showed up and got knocked down and got back up again. And not only that, can we just say, not only are you that motherfucking person, but then you took all that pain, all that shit you've been through every single time. Nobody fucking knew how hard it was for you. Nobody knew how hard you had to brush yourself off and get back up and how much of a challenge it was and all the shit that you've been through and how it all compiled into these moments and then you pushed through those moments. Not only that, but then you decided to make a career out of helping other fucking people get through that same shit. And you're telling me that all of that is going to come to a screeching halt because you're afraid some random fucking person is going to say something stupid, or because you're afraid your schedule's going to get full, or you're afraid whatever. No, it's something important. And it's in the call for you is to recognize and acknowledge that your intuition is saying like, this is important to me, and to bring attention and awareness to it and design it the way that you want it so you have the fucking life that you want. It doesn't have to look like, yay, thank you for the hearts. It doesn't have to look like how somebody else does it. It doesn't have to look like how somebody else told you it's supposed to look. It doesn't have to look like how your patterns think that it needs to look. It gets to be designed out of something that's truly fucking authentic for you. It's true for your integrity. It's true for your values. It backs up what truly fucking matters to you. Your priorities are in order, and that shit will set you on fire. Having your priorities are feeling like I am the motherfucking woman who's taking care of my kids, who's protecting the people I love, who's showing up for my tribe, who's causing transformation in the world. When I'm 95, I'm gonna look back and be fucking hella proud of how I showed up. That's what I'm talking about. Now, whatever is true in integrity for you, like what is it that you long for? Is it to power, to be able to protect people and to be able to make an impact in the world? Is it freedom to be able to like travel the world and like meet all these other cultures? Like, what is it for you? Because you got to start telling yourself the fucking truth. Because while you're bullshitting yourself, you have no motivation. And then you're going to judge yourself, what gives you even less motivation. And that, when we get to that low level state, that is where these stupid, sneaky things come in, where it's like, I'm afraid nobody's going to book and I'm buying that bullshit. You are so much more powerful than that. It's like almost silly to look at, like, look at who you've been your whole life, all the shit you've come through and got to, and everything you've done in your life, and the lack of validation that you've ever gotten for everything that you've been through, the lack of acknowledgement of having the people around you that understand how smart you are, how fast you are, how efficient you are, how you're the fucking person that's always made it all smooth and always gotten it done and always gotten things to the other side and always made things okay and always made people okay and was always working really hard to make sure everything was okay, right? And the lack of validation and everything for that, and yet you're still here and you're still fucking showing up and you're still bringing the buckets of water to put out the fire for everybody else that's still on fire, like you're still that fucking person, and you gonna buy these bullshit beliefs? That's what's gonna stop you, these little piddly things? No way. It's something so much more fucking important than that. So much more important to that, right? So I wildly recommend getting support with those things, but at very least, and here's the deal, right? Like I said something silly in my private group today. I said, the current program I'm doing right now, the Powerful Sales with Heart group, with the early bird special, that ends tonight. If you're hopping on, if you're new, say hi to me. If you're on replay, say replay. And if you haven't heard, the sales program that I'm doing is fucking unbelievable. I just went through and added more stuff. I'm literally taking you guys from like ground zero, make sure your foundation is in fucking order and your priorities are in fucking order, all the way to the highest level. Like this is how I'm designing my multi-million-dollar business. Like the strategic and intentional and clear foundation of all of this is this will change your whole entire fucking life. This isn't just going to change your sales. This isn't just going to scale your business. This is high level badassery. I'm a professional fucking salesperson from my heart, built in authenticity, showing up to fucking heal the world and take care of the people I love. That's what this is. And so I said to my tribe, I was like joking around, but I was so dead serious. Like, would you pay $4,000 to learn how to build a $500,000 business? Like, to me, it's silly. Like, someone will say like, but Mandy, like you'll let somebody put this on a credit card and you'll actually like, you'll let someone go in debt to get into one of your programs? Fuck yes. Are you kidding me? I'm teaching them literally, they're going to be doing the work to build $1 million business. I said $500,000 business because that's what I created last year. That just felt an integrity to say. This is absolutely designing $1 million business, end of story. Like, would you pay $4,000 to learn that skill? Fuck yes. Would you put it on a credit card? fucking intelligent people would. Like I would. I absolutely did. And I know it's a fear-based pattern because I don't want to get on debt because I don't trust myself. I'm afraid I'll get out of control. I'm afraid I'll get in debt and I won't get the money back. Like fuck. Yeah, I don't know. People can live life based out of fear and they can just let the fear expand and expand, but that's not what I recommend. What the fuck? We're going to do whatever it takes in order for us to design our dreams. And when we feel it, hell yeah, we feel it, hell yeah. And if that means utilizing other resources that we are smart enough to be able to create in order to launch ourselves, why aren't we doing that? Yes, we're doing that 100%. And you'll do that all the way till molten millions, right? I'm still wrapping my head around billions because I feel like I have this story in my head, like if I was a billionaire, I could eradicate starving, all fucking starving. That's the story I have in my head. And I'm trying, I guess I'm not really that wise around all that kind of stuff. And that's what I've been trying to figure out. Could a billionaire eradicate starving in the world? I really want to know this. I do. I want to know the answer to this. I feel like I need to sit down with those people. But anyway, I digress. I have no idea how I just went off on that tangent. What time is it? Oh crap, I gotta go. Oh, I got 4 minutes. Okay, so my point is, yeah, would you pay $4,000 to learn how to do how to be a professional in fucking sales designed from your values and your integrities and learn all of the highest level strategies, the complete organization around who you are, what your product is, why would people come to you, like how are they going to resonate with you, learn everything that I've done in my business in order to do the sales, but then also to get, remember the blocks we talk about? This is the way you think now. This is your goal to get here. And then you have all these ways of thinking and all these mindsets and stories you're telling yourself that are block, stopping you from getting it. That's the fucking work. And we do that to clear the block, right? And we get done everything we can get done. And then it's permanently in there in the membership for you. So when you hit 20K months, you go back to it. When you hit 50K months, you go back to it. When you hit 100K months, you go back to it. When you hit 200K months, you go back to it over and over and over again, because what you're doing is designing a foundation for your life and your business and your purpose that's built on your fucking values and your integrity, what you believe is right in the world, what is actually important to you. Why are you doing this anyway? What is the money for? What is the power that you create for? What is the influence that you create for? What are you actually fucking changing? Most people cannot answer these questions. And until you do, what is the drive? It might take me away from the people I love. I might get embarrassed. I might have a full schedule. I might put myself out there and fail and figure out that I'm a failure. And all of that is just for some money, and the money doesn't fucking excite me anyway. Really, I just want money because I'm afraid I won't be able to pay my bills. I'm afraid if I scale, I won't be able to pay my team. I'm afraid if I really, put myself out there and launch this new version of me, this new voice, this new whatever, that it's not going to work, or that I'm going to, this is all I know. I have to stick to what I know. It's just so many stories, right? And most people don't recognize that's the work. That is the work. That is the fucking work. So you can all day long, I could teach you, let's just say all I did was teach you strategy. It's pretty fucking valuable. Right? Like for someone who's built on track for 7 figures in 3 years, that is basically unheard of, right? So I can own that. I can own that. That's really fucking incredible. Absolutely unbelievable. And teaching you all, handing down, this is the whole sales strategy of my entire business. This is how we've done everything. Literally going to break it all down for you. I'm going to teach you all of it. And I'm going to teach you the 3 phases of selling so you can master each single phase, and you can be aware of what phase you're in when you're doing things, and your whole business is going to be organized, and you're going to know how to do this in a very fucking easy way that you're going to have fun doing. It's not complicated, right? I'm going to teach you all of that. That could be super valuable, and I could charge all day long. I could charge $4,000 for that. But I would never fucking do that, because you'll go to do it and your same patterns and stories will come up, and the same bullshit you'll tell. Oh, my audience can't, they only will buy this certain amount, or they will only buy these certain products, or I've shown up as this type of entrepreneur, so I have to maintain that role. I'm this type of leader, so I have to maintain that role. And you don't let yourself outgrow these old ways of doing things. All that shit's gotta get cleaned up. That's the work. That's the most important work. The rest of it is now we'll just bang out the strategy to make it all happen even easier and faster, and because it feels fun to be savvy about it, like to be savvy and knowledgeable and be able to pick and choose how you want to do things based on what feels good. It feels really fucking good. So yeah, why not? Okay, I have to hop on my other call. So if you got nothing else from this, I want you to hear me. You need to have things that are causing friction on the stories and beliefs that you have. Don't forget who the fuck you are and everything that you've gone through and been through and come through and showed up here today, and buy into these little piddly stories that like fear likes to throw in there, like, oh, this is enough to stop. You're like a motherfucking tsunami, and these little fear stories are like this. I don't even know, like something little that I don't mind if it gets smushed and obliterated. It's like a little windstorm going like against a tsunami. And then you buy into that shit, like the whole tsunami just halts at this little tiny like, no, 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 definitely no. Not fucking today, not tomorrow, not any fucking day. We're here to change the world. We're going to change the motherfucking world. We're going to heal some people. We're going to change some lives. We're going to let that domino effect ripple out, and millions of lives are going to get changed. And you and I are going to fucking leave an impact in this world. And when we're in heaven together, or when we're in our next life together, whatever actually happens, we're going to be prancing and celebrating, fucking high-fiving each other, really fucking proud of ourselves. And we're not letting a little stop us. That's ridiculous, right? Hell yes. I love you guys. Have a fantastic night. Please do not miss the early bird special for the Powerful Sales with Heart. I promise you this program is going to absolutely transform your motherfucking life. I'm going to be reselling this program. This is going to be a staple program. I mean, every time I keep creating it, I realize how fucking incredible this is going to be. And it's easily going to be $12K for the whole package, because I'm going to break it into 2 packages. So this is the time to get in, and the early bird special ends tonight at midnight. Okay. So don't be the person that waits and pays more later, because there's always people who do it. I love you guys. Have a fantastic night. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. I'll come through later and read a lot more of the comments. I love you.